So students, today we are going to study the second part of the lesson, the storied house, second part. So I will complete this lesson in 2 episodes. So the first episode of the second part. So in the last part we studied that Bayaji, a person who belongs to lower caste, he was working in somewhere far away near Bombay, and now he is coming back to his village. So the village people, one of the village man is making an issue with him, but he doesn't want to confront with him, he doesn't want to fight with him, just he avoided him, and is coming back to his home, and he declares to his family members that he has got enough money to construct a storied building. Now there the story ended. So he revealed his plan to start the construction of a new house for his family members. A storied house means house with the different floors, ground floor, first floor, second floor, like that. Now the story starts like this. So the news that Bayaji was building a new house, new storied house, spread like a cry from the rooftops. So there was only one storied house in the village, and that belonged to Kandipa Patil. There the differences start. What? There was no such for. There was only one floor storied house. Storied house means the house with more than one floor. Ground more than every house was single story. That means ground floor. So here. That too, there was only one house that belonged to Kondiba Patil, who belongs to the upper caste. And here now Bayaji has taken a decision to construct another storied house. So being an untouchable, the word is using, being an untouchable creature. Creature means what? Any living thing, like any animal or something which is not having any importance. That is the word used here. Should think of a rival. Storied house was too much for the Kondiba to bear. That's what he felt, that he's untouchable person is ready to make it such a storied house right in front of my house. That is, especially the village system is like that. The caste system prevails in those times still today. So Kondiba Patil was such an upper caste person, he doesn't want that lower caste person to come up. And others also murmured that untouchables were forgetting their position. What is that position? They feel that untouchables should not make the house at all. They have to live in the muddy house forever. They should not make. That's what they thought, and they believed. And work on the foundation had started. Bayaji had no such thoughts in his mind. He decided, it's my money, then what is the problem for me to make a home, make a house? So he started. He gave the contract for making the house to one person called Dataram Madar. So was given a contract for construction, and the foundation trenches were filled with mud and all. Foundation trenches means what? They would make the plan first, then they dig the soil, dig the mud, and remove that the foundation stones were laid along with the mud and all, and bits of stones and other fillings. Okay. Then work progressed with the speed. Work continued, and it was speedy because he had enough money to. He did not go for any bank loan or something for making the house. So he just started the construction very fast. And one day Bayaji saw Kondipa coming towards him and greeted him. It's with your blessings that I have ventured on this storied house. So very politely Bayaji saluted him and told that with all your permission I have started the construction of this new house. So it's all, I need your blessings. With all your blessings only I have started my construction. Bayaji, in short it was called in his village Baiju. You should endorse your head simply because you have set aside some money. Do you aspire to an equal status with us by building this house? That was the straight first question he asked. What was that? Just because you have got some money and you have started to construct a house, do you think that you can come to the status of our community? That means, what he means is that just because you are constructing a house, maybe three floors or five floors, whatever maybe, do you think that a lower caste man can come to our status who belongs to the upper caste? So the poor should remain content with their cottage. Understand? He scolded him. The poor man should be satisfied always with the cottage. Cottage means what? That shed, what we makes with like a thatched house. Okay, not more than that. Don't make. You are not supposed to build such kind of storied house. You want him. He remarked rather sharply. Straight away he told, you are not supposed to make the storied house in this village. No, Patil, please don't misunderstand me, he said. Mr. Patil, don't misunderstand me. Bayaji was a little dizzy with the nervousness because he is, first of all, caste systems were existing, and the system is like that. If anybody is objecting or obstructing such kind of words of, or defending such kind of words of the upper caste people, they would be targeted. So he told very politely, it's not like that. So because don't misunderstand me, Bayaji said. And the other person said, Patil said, how do you say that? One should keep his to one's position. So what's your position? You are a lower caste person and you are not supposed to make a house. You have to live, whether you have money or doesn't matter. You don't make such a house and you have to live in the thatched house. That's the tradition. You shouldn't let a little money turn into your head. So just because you have got some money, you can't do anything. It means your brain has got spoiled because of the thought that you are a rich man. Bayaji said very politely, I only wish to build a shelter for my family and then I shall be free to breathe my last. So that is everybody's dream, to make a home for their family members. A home that all family members can sit together, dine together and live in a decent way. More than that, I don't have any such dreams. And then I can sleep, I can die peacefully after constructing a good home for my next generation. Who says you shouldn't have a house? You can have a small house with the 3 convenient portions, a veranda in front of and the back and living sections in the middle. What's the problem? Who says not to make that building? You can have that building, but not the storied house. So that is the issue here. Storied house are not supposed to be made by a low caste person. And Patil gave his counsel. He advised him, don't make such kind of a storied house. That too in this village. Bayaji didn't give a reply, but no, sir, it's not like that. He wanted to give the explanation. Bayaji did not, he faltered. You may go in for a storied house only if you don't wish to stay in this village. And final warning came from Patil that if you don't want to stay in this village, then you go ahead with constructing your home. Okay, if you are not interested, if you have no fear for living here, you make your house. Let it be any floors. But if you are making, consequences would be very severe danger. So he warned him. I hope you know what I mean. Kondiba shot out as a warning and walked away. He just warned him. And other ruffians in the village threatened Bayaji. In the ruffian means rascal, stupids. Also threatened him in such a manner. Out of fear, Bayaji had to abandon plans for a storied house. So finally, Bayaji wanted to abandon his idea, stop, leave that idea, because he was scared, he was afraid of the village people. And the conventional 3-portion house was taken up. Work was resumed. As Patil suggested, he made the house. The construction went on. What kind of house? As the Patil suggested, 3-portion, front one, middle one hall is there, front veranda, and back side also some places, work area and some house, rooms for sleeping. So not a storied building. The construction was going on. The middle portion was a little elevated and a small first story fixed up with a wooden flooring. this part could be reached by stairs raising from the kitchen. Such a Bayaji was very clever in fact. So he made a plan, restructuring of the plan that the first floor he wanted to make it. Not from front side. Everybody, if you see from the front of the house, there is only ground floor. And the idea was such a way that from kitchen side we should make a staircase, so that a small upper staircase, upper floor could be made. And Bayaji had, no one could guess from the outside that there was a first story to the house. Outside, if you see, there is only one floor, whereas from inside, from the kitchen side, he built another staircase, so that outsiders would think that it's only a single floor house. But you had to make the best of the things. The house was complete, and the traditional housewarming ceremony was planned. Housewarming celebrations would be conducted, arranged very grand by the people. So the invitations were sent for the housewarming function, and as per the tradition, they were not supposed to invite the rich people in the sense that the upper caste people, they would not come. Even if they come, they don't eat the food and all. So only pan supari, like taking a pan. Okay. So the invitations were sent to the relatives as well as for the rich people, and so they were invited. These upper caste people were invited for a ceremonial pan supari. Bayaji put up the fine pandal in front of the house. Nowadays, very decorations are there. So such a decorative pandal means that decoration that we made was made. His sons worked hard for 2 full days for the decorations, because the family members, they would be very happy to make such a beautiful house. And relatives started coming, and well-known devotional singers, some members are there. Buva, Parasu Buva, these are all Maharashtra names, I think, Marathi names. Khalekar Babu, Mr. Jija Buva, and Vinoba Buva, Vinoba of Vadagon came with their troops. So different or famous singers. What is that? Traditionally, nowadays good orchestra teams and all are there. In those days, orchestra teams were not there. If at all there, this was a tradition of the traditional folk singers, I must say. People looked forward with the delight of welcoming contest among the various troops. At night hours, these troops would make the competitions. One song, the other song. One song, other song. Top members would be singing whose song is the best one. Like that, there would be a competition between the troops. So the evening, those days, the current was not there in the village. Power was not there, and therefore they used the Petromax. Petromax is an old version that it would be filled with the kerosene, and a mantle would be tied, and when the pressure is applied to that, air pressure is kept inside of that, it burns with the vapor of the kerosene that was evaporated. And this were it lent a unique golden yellow light to the surroundings. The Petromax color is very attractive. Now the present day members may not know about its attraction, because olden days when there was only kerosene lamp, and suddenly when the Petromax is brought, the children in the homes would become very happy to see the light. And guess where? Engrossed in conversations. Means all the ladies, when they are coming now, grooming, they would be talking each other, all casual talkings, not very important conversation between the members, because after many days they may be watching each other. And Kondiba Patil was soon there. With him was Ithag, Pujaba, and 4 or 5 seasoned rascals like Vitaba, Gaikude, Parasu, Marthanda. So different people came. Who are they? They are all good people? Not at all. They were all the seasoned rascals. Means what? Every time there would be, if any issues, any festivals or anything, they would be there to make fights, because only rascals, useless fellows. So these people felt uneasy at the sight of the brand new house, the impressive pandal, because Bayaji had enough money, and therefore he made a beautiful house. The decorations were made, and relatives are coming, singing troops were coming. So, do you think that the upper caste people could like it? Not at all. So, their eyes rolled all over the place. They went inside. They were watching. Everywhere they were watching. Oh, what a beautiful house. In spite of giving warning, Patil had warned him not to make such a house. In spite of that warning, Bayaji had made such a beautiful house. Okay. The walls were radiant with the blue oil paint, and the fresh color gave out a pleasant smell. Newly built house, smell was so beautiful. The framed pictures of great men like great Buddha, Lord Buddha, Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar, and Karmavir Bhanurao Patel, Mahatma Jyoti Phule. These are all what? Who are they? They are all the leaders of the downtrodden people. Okay, especially Lord Buddha is the founder of Buddhism, and already he had got converted into Buddhism. So the loft, first floor, was filled with a pious and holy ambience. So the songs were coming, the agarbatti, all the smell. It would make a holy atmosphere, just like when we are visiting a holy place. What is that? A holiness, we can feel it. The silence itself, or the prayers, the hymns or the chants of Vedic mantras and all would give a holy atmosphere. Such an atmosphere was spreading in the home. And Bayaji spread through a woolen carpet for Patil and the other high caste people. Especially designed, made a carpet was given for him for sitting. Patil sat quietly on that. His companions, rather uncomfortable, took their positions around him. His assistants, other fellow rascals, they all sitting there. They felt very uneasiness because being a low caste person, how dare he could make such a beautiful house here in the village. Bayaji offered him the customary betel leaves for taking the pans. Patil accepted the leaves, but immediately gave back to Bayaji with the remark, yes, it's all very nice. So he gave a pan. Actually, Bayaji gave a pan, and he just took it for some time and returned it. Okay, very good. He did not accept it. He did not put it in his mouth because the same caste feelings. But why don't you accept? The betel leaves? Bayaji asked. This is not food. This one you can eat now. What is the problem? Mujaba smiled and artificially said, it's enough that your offering is honored. He did not declare anything openly, his angry or enmity. He did not declare, okay, that's enough. Okay, I'm happy. I'm honored. I got enough respect from you. Is it also necessary to eat it? He asked, is it necessary to eat that? We'll make a move now. Okay, keep it with you. And he said, okay, we will make a move. He wanted to go outside. With this, Kondaba Patil, Mujaba and his companion rose to leave. As they came down, Mujaba felt as if he were trembling down the stairs. So while going, something he felt unusually. He noticed. What they noticed? They eyed one another, if to say, this untouchable worm has got a swollen gut. He needs proper handling. They understood there was a staircase that leads to the first floor. Told him not to make that house. Still, he made it. So, the other members say, this untouchable worm. What is the word used? Worm. Not even a human being. Okay, that is a value caste system will always give to a low caste person. My God, so horrible to read even. This untouchable worm has got a swollen head. Means he is so proud. You will stop his proudness today. You will teach him a lesson. He needs proper handling means what? He needs proper handling means physically you have to teach him a lesson. Bayaji fed all his guests with a meal of shira and puris and
along with the beaten nuts, items of gossips rolled over the tongue, and then the sessions of social devotion songs began. Bhayaji was not thinking the other way. Okay, he was so happy the way how he was welcoming the guests and all was the same way anybody else will do. He did not think that these bad guys are going to disturb the functions. So what did he do? He just looked after whether all people are eating sufficiently or not, and then after eating, all pan everything was served, and the songs were going on, the singing competitions between two troops were going on. That's what the people enjoy more at the late night also. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, late hours also the songs would be continued. Okay, so people, they get an entertainment after many days. They would sit and enjoy even late night songs. So here we will then let me continue this page. So among the bhajans singers, Kalikar Bapu master was there. So there was this paragraph is a bit long. Let me wind it up. So the songs were going on, and night the women, the ladies, they were making a tea and all, black coffee or decoctions at night. They would make the people to drink so that they would not get sleep. And I had a dream at night. My breast was full of feeling. The songs, that was the meaning of that song. So it was a beautiful song, romantic song, and songs with all emotions. So the group advanced from the basinless devotions. From the east came a horde of ghosts. Came each one with 7 heads. See, it all started with the devotional one. Then later, the folk songs are so attractive that it would be narrating a story very oftenly. So the continuation of stories. At the end, what happened? Please watch the next episode, the second part of this lesson. Okay, continue to watch it. Thank you.